my gosh, I'm so sorry about that. What did I end up having? Like 5 flat tires? I think maybe only one time ever on a ride have I ever had a flat tire. And this trip alone, yeah, if you're a person that doesn't like to ride mud, then I don't think the winter months are great to do there, because if we can get some guys together and put together a ride, that'd be like the first official backcountry ADV Moto Trail Costa Rica ride. I would love to do that, and definitely just kind of be watching, because I'm not even going to say we'll love to do it. We're going to do it, so we'll make it happen for sure. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Backcountry ADV Moto podcast. I have a special guest today. As you know, about 2 months ago, I did a tour down in Costa Rica with MotoTrail Costa Rica. And today I've got Giancarlo on the line here with me. And we're going to be doing just kind of a chat about how that went and what the future looks like as far as some collaboration with both Backcountry ADV Moto and MotoTrail Costa Rica. So without further ado, hey, how are you, man?
Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. You too. We've been chatting back and forth since the tour, but this is kind of one of the first times that we've been again kind of face to face. I guess you can call it that. You're down in Costa Rica, so it's a little bit hard for us to ride together. But yeah, we chat
Yeah.
a couple of times a week for sure ever since then, and still kind of on the high of that ride that we did. It was us two, as well as Rawson from Austin Moto Adventures, and I think we had a pretty good time.
Yeah, I really had a great trip. It was really fun. It was fun to hang out with you guys, get to know you. We chatted over Instagram. It's funny how we run across each other because you were in Costa Rica first with your family, and I'm always very active on social media with Motor Trail Costa Rica. And then I was like, this guy is in Costa Rica. He's like doing a coffee tour, I think you were doing with your family. And then I approached Kyle and I was like, hey, if you want to ride, if you have a free day, come ride with us one day. You were with
Yeah.
your whole family this time, that time, right?
Correct. Yeah, it was funny. Like, I was posting about going to Costa Rica on the plane, and I didn't even have wheels on the ground yet. And you're messaging me saying, "Hey, I see that you're going to be here. Let's ride together." I was like, "How did you even know I was going to be here?" But it was really cool, and it didn't work out that trip just because we had so much going on with the family. But it took me almost exactly a year to the day to get back to there. But we made it happen. I mean, within that was like January when you hit me up again. Or like, hey, when are you going to come back? I was like, hey, let's do it in February. So we made it work.
Yeah. It's just like keeping the connection, and then I knew we would ride one day. And then Rawson came along, and Kyle connected us with Rosen, and it was just great. We had a great time. The future for this partnership, I'm very excited about the things, collaboration, some of the brands that you're connected with, and just the network that we're expanding together, right? Like it's great.
Yeah. I
Even
mean, the adventure bike market's I mean, it seems very big, but it's a very tight knit group of people. So like once you kind of get to know one person, that person knows another person, and it's like, I mean, next thing you know, you have your hand kind of up in everything.
yeah. Actually, we appreciate some of the connections and introductions, right? Like with Amy from Moscow Moto, we already started some conversations with her. So we're super thrilled about it, and excited about the things that we can be doing. We're even talking about bringing a group from Moscow Moto over
Awesome.
to Costa Rica, and I hope you join us as well. You can
Yeah,
part of the staff. You already know
yeah,
the
I'll
route.
definitely try to. That's right. Yeah, well, I know we got, and we will get into that, but we did a lot of writing when we were down there. When we saw the
It
whole
was
country
like,
just about.
let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. So before we get too far into that, let's just chat a little bit about, well, first of all, yourself. It's you, and you have a few partners, right, in Moto Trail Costa Rica. So let's talk about just what kind of came to make you start a Moto Trail Costa Rica.
Yeah, so again, my name is Giancarlo Mora. I'm one of the founders, one of four founders. We're four friends that we were doing great rides together. Costa Rica has a lot to offer and has amazing views, amazing rides. It has everything that you can dream of. It has rivers, it has sand, it has rocks, it has challenging terrain for any level of rider, right? And we can do it all, right? Like as Rawson says, right? Like you can basically become a very complete rider here because you can train in loose sand, etc. So we were doing great rides together, and one day we were like, what if we buy a bike whenever we have friends coming to visit? We can rent it and start a business. The group Moto Trail Costa Rica had already like started, and even before with another name on naked bikes, small bikes, R3s, and Chris, Felipe, and Adrian met there, and then Felipe did the transition to adventure bikes, and then everyone started doing the transition. Then I um I had worked with Adrian before at Hewlett Packard, so I met him, and I was doing an enduro training course, and he was like, "I want to do that," and then he texted me, and then all of a sudden we were just planning a trip to do the peninsula. So that trip didn't happen, but then the next one I did join, and then the connection happened, right? Like we all have that entrepreneurial mindset, and we were like, let's buy this bike. So we bought a 2009 KTM 690. It was it was not the best bike, but it was what we started with, right? It was something that we were proud about to have it. Maybe it was not the best looking bike at the time, but it was in good conditions. And then we started growing and growing, and also expanding our fleet, our connections. I previously worked in tourism, and then in our company we have all a different background. I'm an industrial engineer. Adrian, he's a systems engineer. Chris is a project manager. Felipe is a cyber security engineer, and all of us like to write, and that's the one thing in common that we have. But we all
Yeah.
have different backgrounds, right? And it's just a passion, right? It's not like working, right? It's like just, I don't know if it happens the same to you whenever you're editing something for backcountry adventure moto, or it's just it flows, right? Automatically flows, right? Like there is no
Yeah. You guys all kind of click very well.
yeah. And the coordination, right? Like we all have our day jobs. We're dedicating, let's say, 4 hours a day or so to MotoTrail Costa Rica amongst all of us. So we cover, let's say, all day together, right? Like sometimes I'm texting people back at 10 p.m. or Chris is pinging someone back at 5 a.m. or we're picking someone at the airport at 3 a.m. And we like to do
Yeah.
it ourselves because we're passionate about it, and we just like to have our brand, right? Like Motor Trail brand. It's like Costa Rican owned, Costa Rican operated. We ride. We're not going to charge you if you scratch your bike. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
something small, right? Like it's like we ride and we get our hands there dirty. You saw how many tires we
Yeah. And
changed.
oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. For those of you, so if you're watching this here on YouTube or you're listening, for on social media, I posted a few on Instagram, but what did I end up having? Like 5 flat tires, something
Five,
like
yeah.
that. And I have never, I think maybe only one time ever on a ride have I ever had a flat tire, and this trip alone, Yanka. So Giancarlo, we call him Yanka just because it's a little bit easier to
Yeah,
pronounce. And
Janka is fine, yeah.
this Janka, yeah, this poor guy. Oh, he was just like, I got it, hold the bike up, I'll change the tire. And then it was some days it was 95 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's just hot, and he's just in there sweating. But we had a kind of a pit crew going there towards the end. We were trying to see how fast we could do it.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
until we shred one of the tires, but that was
It was
it's
hot on the highway also.
things happen. But
But we were able
so
to
there's
fix it quickly.
yeah. So there are 4 or 5 of you that run the
Four,
company.
four of us.
Four
Four
of
of
you.
us,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I will definitely attest to
Chris,
that as far as the like, right, from the communication was excellent. And then yeah, as you mentioned, I mean, I flew all night. I landed at 6 a.m. and I had one of your guys there just waiting to pick me up. We went and got breakfast, the bikes ready to go, and we took off. There was no downtime. and we're like, hey, you're here to ride. We're gonna get after it, and we're gonna ride. And that's what we did. And I think from the time that I hit the ground until the time we had wheels up on the way back to the States, it really was like the full meal deal, though. I mean, you guys provided everything that you would want to have provided in a tour. And this was really the first organized tour that I have ever done. I'm usually on the other end of that. I'm usually taking guys out, and I've never been on the customer side of it. So it was really cool to see, what you guys do and how you treat customers, and also what terrain was provided, and how you can customize that to the rider, as well as where we stayed and everything else. I mean, we get to see everything, and again, we'll get into that here a little bit more. But I just can't praise you enough on how well oiled that whole thing went. Even though I know in your mind you were like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, no, thank you. I mean, also it was fun to ride with both of you, right? Like there are sometimes that some people are more when challenges come, right? Like they're more stressed sometimes. And for the number of flat tires that we had, I think we took it everything like with the right attitude, and it's
It's just part of
always,
it.
yeah, it's part of the adventure. It's what we like to call it, right? Like
Yeah.
it's your attitude that determines how much fun you have in anything you do, right? It's at work, or if it's riding, or whatever you're doing, right? Like it's just determined on how you take on the challenges that the day has to offer. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's very authentic Costa Rican too, because that's kind of the vibe in Costa Rica, is that everybody just kind of goes with the flow. It doesn't, I mean, everybody that we met the whole time, it didn't seem like anybody was, I don't know, wound up. Everybody was just kind of chill, and everybody just kind of going with how things go. Just real easy going. So um,
Yeah,
and that
for
just carried over into the tour.
yeah, for those who haven't visited or haven't heard about the Pura Vida, it's the Costa Rican motto. Pura Vida means pure life, which is basically a way of living. It's a way to live your life, not stressing about things that you shouldn't stress about. If something has a solution, then don't worry about it. If it doesn't, you already know it doesn't have a solution. So it's like live your life, um, pura vida, slow. Don't stress about things that you don't have control over, and enjoy the ride. Gas.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just give it gas and go. And even when we came apart, like that very first day, it was kind of a long day, and we came across that one part of the trail that was completely different than what it was like the week prior to that. And it was just like, hey, this is part of it. Let's just get to the bottom and go find the
Yeah.
the room that we're supposed to be staying at tonight, because I know there's supposed to be a waterfall there, and I want to see that tomorrow. So
Yeah. That's the beauty about adventure riding. You sometimes you don't know what you're going to face. We always do inspections of the routes weeks before, or we call locals that we have numbers in each area, mechanics or people in the town, or people, the lady from the soda, which soda is just a little restaurant. And we call them, hey, how is the weather? How is the terrain? And we had someone go there the past Friday, and then all of a sudden Friday and Saturday they were making the whole road new, right? So
yeah, they
it's
just
like
bulldoze the road, and it was just
bulldozer,
like,
and then going downhill.
in just really really loose, like muddy dirt. I mean, I don't know, I had a blast. It was fun just getting to the bottom. Rawson struggled a
You
little bit with the bike that he was on, but we as a team, we worked together, and we got it down. We got him all down there.
we
So
we 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 work together, and actually the guys, Felipe, Chris, and Adrian were thinking that I was joking when I told them, like, I told Kyle, hey Kyle, I think it's getting dark. If we make here a left, you guys were thinking to make a left. I was thinking to make a right,
yeah,
because that was what my the hunch that I had was telling me, like, make a right. And you
yeah,
guys were like, I think it's left, and I was like, okay, it's getting dark. It was like 5:45, and we were like, I don't know. It was two against one, but I was the
well, no,
local one.
yeah,
but
exactly.
I
It
was
was
like,
like, I don't
but I
know.
was like, take your drone out and walk the drone, like, I mean, fly the drone to
Yeah,
see if it has an exit.
and it did not. It like went downhill real steep, and then it was just dead end. So I'm so glad that we didn't go that way, because we would have had a hell of a time getting back up to go the actual right way. And yeah, I mean, I took the drone out, I flew it, and I used the light that was on there to kind of light up the ground, and sure enough, that was not the right way to go. And I don't know, leave it to like the non-locals to be like, are you sure this is the right way? Because this way looks better, and it was not.
Yeah, but also right, like use the tools that you have available. So your
Yeah,
DJI
improvise.
uh, drone did the job, and you got it right, like with the very last tiny bit of light. So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was fun.
So let's talk about what you guys offer. You talked about it here, or you touched on it here a little bit at the beginning. But if somebody wants to come and do a tour with MotoTrail, what would that look like?
So we are a adventure company, right? Like we are a motorcycle rental company and adventure focused on motorcycle tours, right? Either if you're an experienced rider or you're just getting started with off-road, or you don't want to do any off-road, we have whatever you need, right? Like we have expertise on all the routes. We constantly we have a local community of 300 plus riders. So we try to ride at least once or twice a month, and we can offer you a self-guided tour, which can be with a GPX file that you can load on your Garmin or cell phone and just put it on Osman, and day by day will tell you which hotel you're going to take, which route, depending on the level of riding that you asked us to do, and also how much off-road you want, right? Like, do you want 60 off-road, 40 on-road, or you want as much off-road as possible? There are some areas in which you will find paved roads, but the beauty of Costa Rica is that the engineers that build the roads, they like to do these crazy turns, right? Like how you saw on day one, right? Like there are some steep hills that you are like, wow, is this really a road? Like, or is this really a turn? Like, how come they did that? So we enjoy that. There are river crossings as much as you want, and day
Yeah,
by day you can do that. Or also you can have a guide, like one of our guides, ride with you, help you if you have a flat tire, help you if you have any mechanic issues, and also explore more with a different optic, right? Like things that you would not be able to do on your own, like what we did, right? Like stop the guy from the pineapple truck and say,
yeah.
hey amigo, can you give me one pineapple for me and my friend? He wants to try them, and just fresh from the plantation, we grabbed them, grabbed the knife, caught it, Sarapiki style, and enjoyed it just on the side of the road. Right, like those things. If you're traveling solo on your own, probably the guy will be like, "Who is this guy?" Your Spanish might not be as crisp. He will be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Like,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
is he trying to do something to me or what? There, I mean, not that he will be not trusting you or anything, but it will not flow the same way. Same with the
Right.
buffalo, right? Like when we rode the buffalo, and we I called my friend Felipe, another Felipe, and I called him, "Hey, are you there?" Yeah, I was just about to leave, and I was like, "I have a friend. We need to ride the buffalo. Bring it over." And
Let me
then
just stop you right there for a second. So yeah, you heard him right. So the very last day, he's like, "Hey," and we're in the headset, and we're going through this little town. He's like, "Hey, have you ever seen a water buffalo?" I was like, "Well, I saw one when we came here last year, but I just saw it from afar." He goes, "So you've never ridden one?" I'm like, "No, no, I've never ridden a water buffalo. Who does that?" I didn't think you could even ride water. I'm thinking like rodeo style riding water buffalo. He's like, "No, no, no, it's super tame. I have a friend who's got one. Let's go say hi to him." And I'm thinking, I know water buffalo are big animals, like the size of a rhinoceros, right? They're huge. And sure enough, we pull up to this boy's house, and he walks this water buffalo out, and he's like, "Hop on." And it was super chill.
we were for context, right? Like you can probably put the video then when you're doing
Yeah, I'll
the
play some
post
video over
editing.
this if you're, yeah.
Yeah, but basically we were with all our riding gear. So we even had our helmets on. So
Well, safety
we get
first, right? You never know what's
yeah,
going to
safety
happen.
first. You never know if Blackie is going to turn crazy and yeah,
Yeah.
and take you uphill somewhere. but we were just like the Brazilian police, right? Like in Minas Gerais, I think that there is a town in Brazil who the police rides
Water
water
buffalo.
buffaloes. Yeah. So we were just like that, and we even posted a story with replacing the faces of the police officers with me and Kyle
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So it was almost like a thumbnail.
Right, right.
Um,
And I
yeah,
will like to touch on that, like you're saying, it's definitely one thing if you want to go and you want to see the country by yourself, but I would highly suggest if you're going to take the time and you're going to spend the money to go do a tour, do it with one of these guys as a guide, because our experience would have been completely different if we wouldn't have had you there. Because I mean, not only, I mean, my Spanish is not very good. I mean, I can barely get by with it, but I've been trying to learn Spanish for over a year now, and it's still, when it comes down to actually using it, it's not as like having a local. But you also were able to get us in and talk to locals more, like you said, because you're a local Costa Rican, and you would just explain to them like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And then they kind of, as soon as you mentioned me videoing or me being on YouTube, they were like, "Oh, come on, come look at my business." And they, we get a lot of behind the scenes type of things. And like I said, the experience was just, it was top notch compared to what it would have been if I was just following a GPX track. We would have passed up so many things. We would have passed up, probably the Palm Grove that we did was it the second day we did the Palm Grove? We probably would have
yeah,
flown right by that. And that was a cool experience too. And I'll put the drone video of that in here as well. But, sorry if you guys are listening to this on an actual podcast, you're not gonna be able to see all these visuals, but, if you're watching this on YouTube, lucky you. But yeah, I mean, again, there's just things, in my opinion, at least, take it for what it's worth. If you're gonna do a tour with Moto Trail Costa Rica, definitely hire one of these guys to show you around. It'll be every bit of worth the money.
yeah. Thank you, thank you. And then also we have excursions that will be with a support vehicle, the guide, and also a mechanic, right? So we can have a support vehicle available for you, who will take all your luggage with you from point to point. In this case, with Kyle and Rosen, we were like just rolling, right? Like from point to point and just more independent, let's say.
Yeah, we were
But
self-sufficient, kind of like you would be if you were doing like a BDR or something like that here in the States. You had all of your gear. We had all of our gear with us, and honestly, that's how I like to travel. I've never traveled with a support vehicle. It would be fun, I guess. You're definitely a lot lighter weight to be able to do it. It would be kind of nice to have the support vehicle from time to time, but at the same time, if you're gonna do it kind of adventure style, I guess you want to call it, instead of rally style, then it's kind of nice to have all your gear with you, especially when you never know where you're going to get a flat tire, and you don't have to wait for the support vehicle to catch up. You can just change it right then and there. But
yeah,
yeah, so it is a good option.
and also for the backcountry adventure moto community, right? Like we also plan to have a camping trip, right? Like camp in different points, which will be kind of a glamping, right? Like we can do it remote if you guys like, but also we can do it like kind of like in the waterfall where we went, where it was like you guys will have a roof, there's a kitchen, and you have an amazing view of like a
Yeah,
Jurassic Park like kind of setup, right? Like where it's only you, right? Like we had the waterfall just for the three of us. No one
for
else was
sure.
there.
Yeah, there was, for a country that really relies on tourism, it was really cool to be at that waterfall and have the entire thing to ourselves, because it's on private property. So it's not like, people can come and just, take, they're not posting it on Instagram and having people show up and kind of ruin it for everybody. So it was kind of cool to have that to ourselves. So yeah, if you want to book a trip, you can go to, was it
.com,
mototrailcostarica.org
correct.
.com. Okay.
.com, yeah. MotoTrail Costa
Yep.
Rica.com.
And I'll leave that down in
And
the
on,
description below for sure.
yeah, and on Instagram, MotoTrail CR, or WhatsApp. We have WhatsApp or iMessage as well. In WhatsApp is quicker. 506 That's the number. It's linked on all social media and Facebook and Instagram as well. So just ping us there. I promise you, we'll be the first company to reply to you
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
just
that's no doubt there because you guys are definitely responsive. So tell the guys here or tell the listeners what kind of bikes do you guys have?
That's a great point. So I mentioned with what we started, we still have that model. We fall in love of the KTM 690. So right now, currently, we have 5 KTM's 890. We have 3 KTM's 690, and we have 3 KTM's 390. We also have one CRF 300 Rally and one Kawasaki KLX 250. So with those bikes, you can set up a group, and also I mean as a significant group, and also we can accommodate more riders, right? Like we're planning to expand our fleet. We're planning to get more 390s, and who knows? I mean, if we get the newer 390 Enduro or the newer 390 Adventure, right? Like we're planning to expand the fleet and explore other options as well. We're under conversations right now. Currently, we're a KTM official partner, and we really like the new 390 that they're pulling. So I probably will expand on
So
that
yeah, and
one.
I'll tell you, if for a listener, don't think that, oh man, 390, I don't know if I want to ride that. There's nowhere in that country that you need anything bigger than probably. I mean, an 890 was a big bike for some of the stuff that we did. I mean, it was a very fun bike. Don't get me wrong. That was the first time I really spent any time on an 890, and I had a blast on an 890. That thing is a ripper for sure. But I could see where, especially if you weren't a real experienced rider, where a 390 would be the perfect bike there, because not only are the trails they can be technical. You guys don't understand. Like, there's no rules when riding the road. Like, you for anybody here in the U.S. or anybody, or even that's not like in like a South American country or a Central American country, we split lanes, and it's not like how you do it in the States. I mean, we're going to go up on the sidewalk. We're going to go cut in front of this vehicle. We're going to toot our horn, and we're going to go. I mean, it is a little bit unnerving at first, but once, day 2, day 3, it becomes second nature, and it actually becomes really fun. But Ross and I both in the headsets were like, we're going to freaking die. We're going to get killed doing this. And everybody does it. So I think all the actual motor vehicle drivers, like the car drivers, they're used to it. So they kind of give you the right of way, which is the exact
Yeah,
opposite of what it is here in the States, So a 390 is a
yeah,
perfect bike for there.
yeah. And one thing I was going to say is like I remember the first time that we stopped in the gas station, right? Like after we did the first fill up of the tank.
Yeah.
Um, and I remember Rawson's face telling me, "Is the police going to come for us?" Right? Like, and like, and it was not like that. So
No, no. I
it's just
mean,
like
we were
car
passing.
drivers are used to this.
Yeah, I mean, we were passing, police on motorcycles, like doing what we did the whole time, and they didn't even like take a second look at us because it's just so normal. It was a
Y-
blast. Like I said, at the end, we by the time day 5 came around, and like, shoot, me or Rawson was leading some of that cutting through the cars. I was like, hey,
Oh yeah,
I'm taking
yeah,
off. This is fun.
yeah, and also right, like we're super accommodating. So Rawson had an early flight on Friday, so Adrian came overnight to pick him and basically escort him to the airport and basically leading the way for him. And then Kyle
Yeah,
and I rode for the day, but the time was like, let's say 3 hours and something on Waze and in Google Maps, and they were able to reduce the time by like 45 minutes or something like that, just riding and
yeah,
then
yeah,
hitting the gas, right? So
yeah.
um
The speed limits there are a suggestion. They're definitely not this is what you will do.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you're always keeping safety, right? Like the car does allow you to do things that you wouldn't normally do, right? Because if you have visibility, I can tell Kyle, hey, there's nothing coming, hit it, go, or car, car,
Yep.
car. Like afterwards, I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
almost like on the following weekend I was riding with my friends. I was almost like getting ready to say car, car, car. Like
Or
they
brakes,
were
brakes,
like
brakes, because you're
break.
you're
Exactly.
yeah, you're 690. The tail light went out, so we didn't know when you were hitting the brakes. So you every time he would hit the brakes in front of us, he would say brakes, brakes, brakes. So
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
I was thinking that too. I went home and started writing, and was thinking to myself, brakes, brakes, brakes every time I hit the brakes.
Yeah,
So
exactly, exactly.
that's a good. This is a good transition, I guess, to talk about our trip and what we did and kind of what the reason was. So the whole point, besides going down to Costa Rica and just having a great time, is that we kind of got together and we decided that if all went well on this trip, then at least 1 to 2 times a year, for my brand, Backcountry ADV Moto, would like to start putting together group tours down in Costa Rica and having you guys host those. And like I bring people down. We do a couple of tours a year with whoever signs up, up to like eight or so people. And we provide kind of a group rate for that. And then we go and have a great time. And, maybe we do it one more time during the year. But the whole point of this trip was to kind of scout the country and kind of see what was obviously available, but also kind of check out hotels and what kind of you did a great job of. We basically did everything from glamping essentially in that first night. Well, they actually had a roof on it, so I mean it was still a hard building, all the way up to 5-star hotels in Tamarindo. And there is a package for anybody and everybody for what they want to do. If you want to sleep in the dirt, we can do that. If you want to stay in a 5-star hotel every night, we can do that too. Um, but I'm looking forward to it. I would like to definitely in your summer season, because I don't know if I even really care about riding there in the rainy season because it just
It's
rains and rains and
it's
rains.
great. It's great. I mean, it's not like you're going to freeze. Actually, it's like refreshing,
True.
right? Like sometimes it rains in the afternoon around 2 or 3 p.m. sometimes, and you're like, man, this is good, right? Like it's like this KTM is boiling,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
It's true. It
and
cools you off.
it cools you off, and then the rain is not that like huge of a deal. The only thing that changes, right, it's the terrain, right? Like
The
it could
terrain.
make,
Yeah.
imagine a few drops of rain in that terrain that we were doing on day one going
Yeah.
down. It would
Yeah,
have
if
been,
you're a person that doesn't like to ride mud, then I don't think the winter months are great to do there because, like you had mentioned, of course we didn't get into that in the summertime, but you might it might take you a few hours to go a couple of kilometers. If you're having to push your bike through mud and all that.
yeah. But as Kyle was saying, right, like the goal with this is to give the community of backcountry adventure moto once or twice a year a kind of reunion, right? Of like, I know you have followers and viewers from all over the country, right? But many people that have done probably together the many BDRs, right? Like we can set up like a BDR for you guys here, right? Like which will be fun and also ride with
Yeah.
local riders. We can do even host group rides, right? Where you can get to meet the community, see how it is. It's always that camaraderie, right? Like everyone is trying to
Hmm.
help, everyone is very open, everyone will share whatever they have on their bag, everyone will be like, hey, let's stop at this place, my mom has a shop, or let's stop at this my aunt's, and then she brings coffee for everyone, things like that, right?
Yeah.
Like it's always very um welcoming and very open, right? Like it's very nice, very different to what you're used to. If you say, hey, I want to ride on the beach, let's do riding on the beach. If you say, hey, I want to ride rock terrains or enduro, like bigger, I mean bigger rocks or big kind of a more difficult terrain, we can do that, right? Like it depends. And also if one of the days you want to chill, take a day off, we can do diving, we can do surf lessons, we can do coffee farms, right? Like we can explore coffee farms. Like just Kyle, our friend Kyle is a avid um
Yeah.
coffee
Coffee's my
drinker.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. For those who don't know, and he also has a coffee shop. Visit Kyle's coffee shop.
Yep. Yep.
uh
Thank you.
And
Yeah, so I'm excited about it. Like and definitely be watching the social media because we'll put something together. I don't want to do it too far out, but I think the first one will probably be winter next year. Just because I have so much going on. I'm actually at the time of this video, I'm actually going to Africa next Thursday, so that is a 3 week trip that I need to be home for a little bit after that, after being gone
yeah, for
for
sure, for sure.
being some time in Costa Rica and then 3 weeks here. But I'm thinking, late fall or the winter here in the U.S. If we can get some guys together or girls together or whoever and put together a ride, that'd be like the first official backcountry ADV Moto Trail Costa Rica ride. I would love to do that, and definitely just going to be watching because I'm not even going to say we'll love to do it. We're going to do it, so we'll make it happen
Yeah,
for sure.
we'll do it, and I'm sure these spots will sold out really quickly. It will be your first international ride, so I'm excited about it. And who knows, we can explore all other countries as well, right? Like our network is very big, and the motorcycle community, as you said, even though the terrain that we ride on is huge, like the network is tight. Like once I know you, then I know a few other folks, and then once you know me, you
Yeah.
know other folks in the area, right? So
Well, like you said too, you even have connections down in Colombia and stuff like that. So we could always, cross the border and go south, make it a longer trip. But do me a favor, guys. If you're listening to this on YouTube, hit me in the comments below and let me know if this interests you at all. Is this something that you would be interested in doing? Just comment below. Let me know. Yes, I would love to do that, or give me some inclination to know, so that way we can kind of get, kind of test the temperature on what you guys are thinking if
yeah,
this is something you would like to do.
yeah. Comment Pura Vida. We'll give you a small discount and some goodies as well. We have hats. We have we can even do a raffle with just picking comments in the video, right? Like we can do a raffle.
Actually,
We can send.
let's do that. Let's do that then. So, comment Pura Vida and down in the comments below. And after, let's say, what is all right? So this is being filmed on April 2nd. Let's give it 2 weeks. Well, actually, let's wait until I get back from Africa. May
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
1st. May
May 1st.
1st.
May 1st.
We'll pick a winner
And
and we'll get you a prize pack from Backcountry ADV Moto and Moto Trail Costa Rica.
yeah, we'll put a lot of goodies. And just hoping that we can meet whoever is the winner in person as well. From using that swag, right? Like from both of us. And yeah, I mean, I tell this to everyone, you won't regret it. It's one experience that you have to live, and you will also after the trip you will become a different writer. You will become a different writer in so many things because traveling opens your mind, but also trying new terrains that you're not used to and challenging yourself, putting yourself out of the comfort zone is something completely different. We have seen so many people that were like, I didn't believe that I could do that. I did it, and now I'm like so much confident to ride with my buddies, and I'm like actually right now planning to change my bike and do more off road, things like that.
Yeah, awesome, and I totally agree. My experience, as much off road experience as I have, what's unique, and then you already touched on this, but what's unique about Costa Rica is that you can go from riding the beach in the sand in one day, in the same day, be riding the jungle and the mountains. There's so much different terrain within a small area. And you have long water crossings and all kinds of different terrain that you can literally touch every type of terrain that you would ever want to ride in one single day if you wanted to.
Yeah, one thing also is we didn't do it because we were not going to, right? But if you feel the need to, or you want to do that in one day, in the same day we can see the sunrise in the Caribbean, in the Atlantic, and then ride and then see the sunset in Santa Teresa with a beer,
On the Pacific.
with
Yeah.
on the Pacific, right? Like we saw it in Santa Teresa. It's a beach town. It's very nice. A lot of people, a lot of just people chilling, surfing. It's a very unique spot. Like you can, maybe we have some footage that Kyle will show you later, but
Yeah. Yeah.
the sunset was really nice. We were all doing FaceTime with our couples, right? And then all the girls were like we should be here, right? Like,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so let's, and also guys, again, if you're watching this or listening to this, if this is something that you want to do even in a small group without, jumping into the group, right, that we're talking about putting together, and you just have a couple of friends, definitely hit these guys up, and just let them know that, you watch the podcast. That way, these guys will know where they kind of found you from, or where you found them from. And yeah, I think you're not, like you said, you're not going to regret it. It's a great time. We're going to do it again. I want it to be an annual thing at the very minimum, doing it at least once a year. And, if you guys plan it right too, bring your wives or bring your significant others, and, stay there for a week or so, and then end the trip with a ride. They can fly home and do their thing, and you can stay with your buddies and do your thing. I think that's what my plan is next time, is to bring the family, and we'll stay for a week or so with the family, and then they'll take off, and I'll actually get some riding in after that.
yeah, and also we have done it before. Like you saw on the last hotel, some hotels that we pick can be super family friendly, right? Like
Yeah.
they they could really enjoy the place and the area
Yeah.
as well.
Well, that's another thing. Another option as well is, like, they could, your family could always just be your support vehicle, and they could just meet you at the hotel every night, and they could do their own thing and take a day off in between or whatever. There's a million different ways that it would work. So don't make an excuse to not go do it because you don't know if it'll work. Because I guarantee you can find a way to make it work.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And it will surprise you the wildlife that we have, right? Like different things that you can see, right? Like monkeys as your wake up alarm. Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, we have. I'm not bragging. It's just that, right. Like what we have available in Costa Rica, it's 5% of the world's biodiversity sits here, and I assure you that you will at least see a monkey. If not,
Yeah.
we'll put Felipe in a costume.
Put him in a sloth costume or something. It's one thing we didn't see was a sloth, but you sent me that was a photo of a sloth the other day, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you
Yeah,
sent me a photo of a sloth just to say, hey, see, we actually do have those here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not uh lying to you. Yeah, it was real, and and they are very common to see. It's just sometimes they sleep, right? Like this, they sleep like 14 hours or 16 hours a day. I don't know exactly, but their digestion is very slow, so they're always sleeping, right? Like, but
Mhm.
they're very fun little creatures.
So, do you have anything else you'd like to add? I'm going to wrap this up here. We're already going on about an hour, so I don't want to waste too much of your time. But anything else you
No,
want to add?
no, no. It was amazing. It was great talking with you. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video. Comment if you're interested. We'll get you information as soon as possible. And also, we can even, from all the people that are interested, we can even do a live call, right? Like we can have a Zoom call and basically address any questions that anyone has. How is it to get to Costa Rica? What requirements? It's super easy. The airport is super convenient. It's a very small
Mhm.
airport, and it's a super safe country. Nothing will happen to you, and you'll love it here. So just give us a try. Follow us on Instagram. Say that you came from this video, right? That you saw the video and you would like to join or would like to do a trip. If you want to do it earlier, you can do it earlier, right? Like just tell us that you came from this video. We'll give you a special prize and treat you as friends, as family, like what we see in Kyle and Rosen, right? Like they're both very good friends. I have been chatting more constantly with Kyle, like almost every other day, right? Like, and doing
Yeah,
motivation on different challenges that we're doing, hitting the gym, trying to lose weight, etc. To be a better rider.
you're right. Right, to be
um
a better writer.
yeah, but yeah, and also follow us on Instagram, MotoTrail CR. We appreciate everyone, and thank you, my friend. I mean, this was great. I was like,
Absolutely.
it's the
Glad to
first
get you on here
podcast.
finally. It took us a bit.
Yeah, yeah, it took us a bit, but we made it happen.
Yep. And guys, so I do have some video coming out of this trip. I'm going to break it down in either one, maybe two videos for the Moto Trail Costa Rica trip. So definitely be looking for that in the next few weeks. There's a lot going on in there. We did everything from riding near waterfalls, crossing rivers. Him and I put bikes in a boat and went across a river. We did all kinds of stuff. So it's definitely a video that you're going to want to be looking out for. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button as well as that bell icon. That way you know when more videos like this are released. And hey, I appreciate you coming on. And guys, definitely check out Moto Trail Costa Rica. And hey, we'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.
Thank you. Pura Vida. Take care. Ciao.
Bye.